Your time is up, I'm sorry. Don't think we're rude. All right, Mary Lindsay, followed by Linda Carr.
Mary Lindsay, 327 Columbia Drive. Good evening, Commissioners. Congratulations very much. I'm here tonight and I'm wearing my Street Painting Festival t-shirt to remind me that this is what I'm here to talk about tonight. We do have a unique opportunity for the neighborhoods to help bring the Street Painting Festival back to Lake Worth residents in a way that is personal and certainly beneficial. Not that it's ever left Lake Worth, but this is an opportunity this year in the 20th blockbuster year of the Street Painting Festival for Lake Worth residents and neighbors to take a starring role. And we have opportunities on Saturday, on Sunday. People from the neighborhoods are being asked to man the beer stations, the big beer truck and 3 satellite beer stations. You'll be pouring beer, and everything in the tip jars is quite generously going back to the neighborhood associations based on how many volunteers and how many hours that association gives up. So it's time. I have to say, Parrot Cove has done an amazing job in getting volunteers, and right behind them are neighborhood associations, one of our newest, like Pineapple Beach, Tropical Ridge, Downtown Jewel. People are stepping up all over the city. We still have some openings, and every single one of these openings must be filled. You can contact the NAPC at napcinfo@gmail.com, or you can contact me, Mary Lindsay, LINDSEY, 33460@gmail.com. And even if you want to volunteer for another aspect of street painting, I'll make sure that your information gets to Nadine and where it needs to go. Diane Shiner is organizing the trolley tours, so anybody that can help out with that, either contact me and I'll put you in touch with Diana. Street painting, February 22nd and 23rd.
Thank you. Linda Carr, followed by Terry Brockovich.
Okay, my name's Linda Carr. This is the first one I've ever been to a meeting, so please bear with me.
Welcome.
Commissioners. I am an employee at the Lake Worth Pier. I do work in the bait house, and we still have problems with employee parking. We now pay $44 a month to go to work. We have to park over where the Green Market is, which is an unsafe area at 5:30 in the morning whenever I go into work. The hedges are higher than what your vehicles are, and it's very unsafe. Doris, with the parking division, give me a little leeway and let me park in the lower level because I do go in early. It's a safety issue. People don't know if I'm taking money into the pier, and when I close at night, they don't know if I'm bringing money out. So I could be a target along with the other persons that open and close. So we were wondering, maybe possibly you could give the pier master 2 parking spots up on the top. Safety reasons. Okay, enough on that one. I'm not happy with having to pay to go to work, but another thing is the fisherman parking. It used to be $3.18 for all day. The city of Lake Worth has now made it $20 all day. A lot of the guys that came out and fished, come out to fish to feed their families. They could afford the $3.18. Maybe the city could come to a happy medium. And I fish, and I'm speaking for the fishermen, they would agree to pay the $10 for all day. Come maybe to a happy medium. But we've lost a lot of people to Juneau Pier, to Boynton Inlet. There's no charge for parking, it's free. So if the city could kind of look into that. And if you go through your records on the parking permits, we used to sell over 200, roughly 200 or more per week. The last 2 weeks we've sold 79 and 77. So the city's losing money. Linda Carr, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Carr. Terry Brockovich, followed by Peter Tim.
Terry Brockovich, Harbor Drive, College Park. Just wanted to reemphasize this Sunday, and thank you very much for saying about the Great Mockingbird Garden. The Great Mockingbird Garden, for all those who don't know, is at 20th and D Street, North D Street. It's right by the water tower, and the Masonic, Scottish Rite Masonic Temple they graciously donated that land that the community garden sits on. And the wall is going up, the foundation was poured today. There was some pixies around that put their handprint in the, in this concrete, but I won't say it was my wife, but I can't say that, so it was a secret. But we like the ribbon cutting is at 1 o'clock. The event actually out there starts at 11 o'clock to 4. They have a little cooking demonstration going on. They have a professional chef and a judge from Wells. So it should be kind of a nice event. So if you come out early, please do, and it lasts till 4 o'clock. So we'd like to see you all out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Tim, followed by Mr. Tim. Oh, there's two here. I do have two back-to-back cards.
Peter Tim, North Oak Street. Yes, I was quite surprised to find in the paper that all of the Tuscan houses were sold on a block sale. One person bought every one of them. There is, I was surprised there were only 15. I had to go over there and count them. And I've also included in that the taxes that they pay, which I know you're all going to be very happy with. You're going to say, we don't care who owns them as long as they pay taxes, which I do care who owns them. I don't want to turn this place into a slum town with nothing but renters and other people, good landlords and bad landlords. I also went ahead and went over all the cloister homes as well as the pineapple homes, which are the same design where they're built right out to the street, which I fought as much as I could fight, and you know I never would have fight, so I lost those too. But those are all those properties are mostly rental properties again. Everything is a rental property. Where are the people who are buying homes in Lake Worth, except somebody from Miami and somebody from God knows where? And where are we getting anything out of this? They are making the money. We are getting the tax money as long as we get the tax money. With that, who knows what we're going to get out of this. But I was very disappointed in these houses that everybody told us everybody was going to buy. Oh boy, they can't wait for these double-stacked houses. They were wrong. The people have to come to Lake Worth to buy those double-stacked homes. They love private homes, yeah, but not these double-stacked. So please, don't put up any more double-stacked houses. Everybody tells me they're not going to do it. I don't believe anybody anymore. So I was very disappointed in what I found out, very disappointed in what was going on in Lake Worth, and I still am disappointed in what is going on in Lake Worth, and I thank you.
Thank you. Dustin Zacks, followed by Loretta Sharp.
Justin
Hi. Honorable Mayor, Commissioners, City Manager, and Mr. Tim. Let me first say what a great pleasure and an honor it is for you to hear from me today. I want to issue a hearty congratulations to those of you who were re-elected without opposition. I generally don't like uncontested elections, as you know, but when I met with my committee, they thought my idea of running against Andy on the ticket of I'm taller and better looking, they didn't think that had any shot at success. So I thought I could do more worthy community service on the Planning and Zoning Board approving murals. So now that the election hoop has died down, I want to make you all aware of something that I just read actually yesterday in my hometown paper, the Detroit Free Press, and it's something that affects the health and safety and welfare of every inhabitant, and it's regarding a study from the Mayo Clinic. And the title of the article is called "A Cat Bite Can Turn into a Hospital Stay," study says. They found that 1 out of 3 people end up in the hospital following a cat bite. Harmless little fuzzballs, you might say. Cute, adorable, stray unfortunates, you might think. But I say, no. Stray cats are a health menace of epic proportions, threatening all of us. And they need to be eliminated. They're seriously everywhere. Now, the Mayo Clinic doctor said that cat bites can lead to, and this is a direct quote, serious infections that can require multiple hospitalizations, antibiotics, and sometimes surgery. Now, a harrowing story was relayed of one nefarious cat called Mr. Binks, who cost his owner $150 grand in hospital bills following a bite. So, as you set forward your next 2 years and the priorities that we're going to face over your coming terms, I challenge each of you to do the right thing for Lake Worth and see what we can do about eliminating the evil cat menace in our town. So, when I previously commented in this meeting, I mentioned the python hunt, which is done for non-native species in the Everglades. That idea was thrown out, but one thing biologists have done in other ecosystems is, and I'll tell you about it later.
Loretta Sharp, followed by Jerome Koch.
Loretta Sharp, 1311 South Palmway. Congratulations. And Commissioner McFloyd, you did run unopposed. So we have 5 people on our commission that ran unopposed. So you must be doing something right. Now, I was going to talk a little bit about Michael Bonstein's article in the paper. I don't mind subsidizing things in Lakewood. I don't mind subsidizing the Wembley gym, because if you go down there, there's people playing in the gym all the time. But I do not like subsidizing a pool that has 53 people go there. I think that's a waste of my money and a waste of the city's money. And to get to Mr. Campus. Most people that are buying in Lakewood are buying for investment. I hardly think that they paid $2 million for Tuscan Villas and they're gonna let them run down and be slum landlords. They're going to keep them, they have parked their money in Lakewood till property values go up, and then they'll sell them as condos to people that will live there. That's what's happening in Lakewood. But at least they're paying taxes. At least they're paying taxes. Maybe we need more good, affordable apartments that later on will be made into condos and sold. And congratulations again. Your debates were wonderful. I just love going to the theater and listening to the debate that you guys did. Thank you.
Jerome Koch, followed by Greg Rice.
Hello,
Welcome.
Jerome Cox, 3200 Gosmont Drive. I actually hadn't planned on coming here. I was riding back from the beach. I got my bicycle there because I can't afford the parking. But we just had a reorganization meeting with the director at Murray Hills, and I spoke to several residents about the parking. I don't think there's anything to do about it. I'm surprised, I sent you a letter, I got a response. The people are really upset, but because they pay taxes and, you know, what the difference. I don't know how you get away with it, but sooner, you know, if it keeps up, all those snowbirds are gonna get together and challenge it. That's just on the side. The reason I came up was, I moved down here in 07 and 08, 7, 08, and a friend of mine was in Murray Hills, which is a terrific place and a great park, and I know a lot about Florida. I'm from New Jersey. And I think Lake Worth is neat, and I'm fully aware of your demographic issues. And I've been talking with Jamie Brown, and every year since I've been here, it's gotten cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. But there are issues, like right across the street, it's an open garbage dump. I can't believe somebody from the government hasn't called CVS and said, listen, I know you got issues, I know there's two bus stops, but you're selling these people this crap, that's this stuff, excuse me. So, you know, I talk to the people down at the W, whatever it is, the other Walgreens, and you know, you pick up the S for the local director, and boom, 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 and it's been cleaner. And we've got to start doing this. You know, I do it for a hobby, but somebody needs to do it. The other thing is 12th Avenue. That little strip mall there is disgusting, and
South or North?
south. It's you know, and I talked to the guy at the laundromat, you know, and every once in a while he'll call in as a citizen complaining, and they'll come in and harass whoever the owner is to clean it up. It's a shame, you know, broken glass and the kids, but I'll keep on top of it, but we gotta do something.
Thank you. Mr. Rice?
See that window? See that window?
Yep.
Hey, good afternoon, Greg Rice, Builder Center. I too want to congratulate you guys on a
Hard-fought campaign.
that's right, a hard fought, on the resounding, I think, message that the city sent to all of you for the job that's being done here in Lake Worth. It's the first time in 5 mayors that we've had a seated mayor win a second term. So that in and of itself shows some stability that this town hasn't seen in a long, long time. And hats off to all of you. And I know you guys now for the next 2 years can work together to solve some of these problems that everybody's talking about. Our cat problem and our park problems and our pothole problems and all the other problems. And we do have plenty of problems, we all know that, but I do see, for the first time in a long time, I see positive light, energy that I haven't seen in this town in a long, long time, and we have all of you to thank. And also, was it last night? Yeah, last night, I went to the food truck invasion. I think there's a lot of people in this town that still don't realize what that is, or that it's even there. It's behind the PNC Bank. I think it's the second Monday of every month. And there are probably people who say, well, why do we want to compete with our local restaurants and stuff? But it's a whole different thing. And the neat thing is, you got everybody standing around from all the different neighborhoods, and sometimes, I'm sure some from outside the city. They're standing up and getting to know each other on a real social, outdoor, fresh air kind of situation. And people with their dogs and their cats and hopefully they're licensed cats, but that are there.
On a leash.
And I try to eat in one or two different trailers or food trucks every week, and I had the pizza trolley there last night. What an amazing job. This guy says that he imports the flour and the tomatoes, or either the tomato sauce from Italy. So that goes to show you, this is not the Roach Coast, folks. This is great gourmet food that comes to you and not us. In places like Wellington, they do it. They put a big sign out on Forest Hill announcing that. So we need to get the word out on that. Thank you guys. Congratulations, and looking forward to another 2 great years.
Thank you. Anyone we miss? Okay. Approval of the minutes, are all on to,
There might be comments,
oh, comments, so, sorry.
but nice try.
I didn't sleep much last night, really. Commissioner Amoroso?
Okay, I'll start. Linda, you know, we inherited the beach, we inherited the parking. We have heard a lot of different issues, we're trying to figure out who, what, where. There were some issues that you might not be aware of, especially with fishermen. What we were getting from staff is, you know, people were, it wasn't the fishermen, but it were other people abusing, you know, and a lot of that parking not being fishermen.
Well, you know what, we're not allowed to go back and forth in this forum, but please, I would let you set up an appointment.
Yeah, and I'd love to
So you guys
set
can
up
talk.
with you and
Thank
talk
you.
about some of that and try to figure, because we have made a decision up here that we need to look at some of the issues. So we'll be addressing that, so it's good that we've heard from you tonight, because we haven't heard from anyone in the fishing area, other than the reports that we're getting from staff, so we'll get with you on that. Also, the rentals, Mr. Tim, at the end of the day, not everybody's a homeowner. We have people that are renters, and as long as, you know, they are buying these properties, and like you said, you know, we'll say that, you know, it's on the tax rolls, we need more of these properties to be on the tax rolls, yes, but, you know, unfortunately, not everyone is a homeowner, and we have a diverse community, and there are renters, so I hate to disappoint you there. Cats, Detroit Free Press, you know, did they have an idea of how to actually take care of those cats? Because you are in my district, and to be honest with you, I inherited 2 cats on my front porch this week, so we'll have to see what we can do about that.
It's a food truck.
Point of order, city manager, point of order.
With the garbage on CVS, I too have called CVS personally, the manager, a couple times. One of the biggest issues we have with CVS is it's a bus stop. And I actually, you know, I talked to Jamie Brown a couple times on is it us, is it the bus stop, is it CVS? And, you know, CVS has gone out there and cleaned it a couple times, and, you know, we put more garbage cans. You know, we're trying to address it on the city level, but it is a bus stop. And unfortunately, we have not educated people that, you know, the garbage is for the garbage can. You know, and unfortunately that happens on a regular basis, and it usually cleans up pretty quick, but it happens a lot. So, you know, we'll have to see how we can address that.
Okay. Any other commissioner comments?
Do we have recycle cans near the garbage cans?
We're still talking about that.
We need to get on that, we're way behind other cities on that. and that
I agree.
Doesn't look good for us. So let's do that. Thank you, Jerome, for being concerned about garbage around the city. I think
$20. Nobody's done it in a while, I have to jump on it.
Scott's not disturbed, it says on.
I don't know,
No
it's
excuses.
a miracle. It's a Christmas
Anyhow,
miracle.
at least it was a work call. Thank you for picking up garbage around the city and for drawing our attention to it. And thank you for biking to the beach. Appreciate that.
That is great.
That's funny.
I don't know that it, there, all right, sorry.
That's $40. Pam, write it down.
I thank you, Linda, for coming and for telling us, I mean, and for giving a very clear explanation. I trust that you're gonna meet with Commissioner Amoroso and we'll try to come up with something. And I think that's it.
Okay, Commissioner Sturdy?
Being involved over there at the site part of the beach development, you know, the lighting levels are really just terrible compared to what they should be in defense of our little turtles. So I would think there's something that could be worked out so that you have a safe place to, especially when it's those kind of hours. You know, so I think that could be done. And I don't know if there's any governance as to the fishermen pay, is it $10 per time that they come and fish to park for the day? Right.
Right now they
Or
pay,
$20
it's $20
for
for
the
all
whole
day.
day? So I would say we could address that as well.
We should bring that, I would have your meetings and then
Yeah. I'll meet
talk
with
with
her
staff
and
and we'll bring it back.
because it's on our radar to talk about some of the issues up there anyway. So
It is balanced.
So that'd be one of them.
That's, yeah,
Okay.
that would come back with the others. And again, I'm also happy that we're all gonna still be together for a while.
You're stuck with us.
We got a great team, thank you, all of us. I didn't have anything, you guys hit everything by the time, when I'm last, that's the part that stinks, you guys hit everything. And I wanna say something about cats, but I just don't know what to say, Mr. Sykes. I know that the county was working on a program, that they've been trying and testing in certain different areas. Commissioner, were you aware of that?
I'm not aware of the county one, but you're mentioning cats, there was something that I had thought of. First of all, Peggy Adams has a very good
That's it.
arrangement, I think $10, they'll do the fixing of the microchips. I don't believe, there's something about it that's a little bit difficult, and I believe you have to bring them in, not in a cage, but in a proper trap. And I've suggested that we might want to appropriate a little small amount of money to, I think you can buy the appropriate trap things, maybe from Peggy Adams, maybe somewhere else for maybe $70 a pop. I would like to suggest that we buy 4 or 5 of the things, keep them at the city somewhere, and residents can rent them or borrow them against a deposit. And so if somebody wants to help with the problem, we help by providing the hardware, and Peggy Adams does the other part, and away we go.
I would be willing to talk about that, sure. I mean, it is a problem, you know, it is a very big problem for a lot of people in the
Yeah.
neighborhoods.
I'd be willing to talk about that, but I know that there's organizations already doing that will give you cat cages and traps. So, you know, maybe we need to talk about it and bring everybody to the table.
Let's just get serious about it and city manager, if you can find out what the latest status is and let us know. Because I know that there was some project up in the, was it Sunset Bridge area?
It was on the north end.
On the
There was
north
a-
end?
Trying to legalize, they have recognized cat colonies, it's.
Okay.
That's another whole, but when we had the event at Compass, there was a cat organization there that was focusing on Lake Worth. And they were actually doing it for free, and they had traps, so I'll have to see who they were and research them.
Okay, Commissioner Surrey?
Just one last thing, I know, I had a call from Leonard, it's a photography, and
Brian.
Right, talking about a raccoon down here, and even by my house, we have a number of raccoons in our area. So does pest control come in there, or animal control?
Those are wild animals.
Is that?
They're wild animals, they don't, animal care and control doesn't deal with wild animals.
So what do we do with that? Because there's people that have fish ponds and other things, and
You have to call a licensed trapper if you wanna deal with it.
Pay for a trapper to pick them up.
okay,
Then they take them out west and they're released.
okay. So
or I have some recipes.
The city has no remedies for that.
Oh, you are cut off.
I'm from North Florida. We
You
do
want
everything.
$20 for just for that one, $20.
Jim, can you click his switch?
Turn it off.
I'm from North Florida. We hit things with cars and eat it. It's,
Would you, again, $40, city manager, $40.
I just want to respond, I didn't think there was anything else.
Hey, point of order, Pete, this is a serious meeting. Enough of your tomfoolery. Commissioner Zerdy, I'm sorry to interrupt you, please.
I understand. So then there's no really animal control per se that we have access to
I've actually,
county.
I've had it with raccoons, I mean, some serious possums, cats, rats, all kinds of stuff in that neighborhood, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
thank you very much, and